Hello, welcome to another video response to Slayer 8A from Sustenance and Covering. That's me. I got another note from him. I think it was sent the same time as the other note, but I had this one, like the other one, has no reference. It's just in my profile. It says, good luck with that. And I really don't know how to respond to that because I don't know what I'm supposed to have good luck with because it ain't attached to any particular video. As you sit staring at whatever tree you woke up next to, and there's, you probably can't see it, I'm on a screen porch, there's trees all around me, but I just thought I'd put that, that's why I got the camera set up, because I saw you had mentioned me sleeping under trees. Get your drug-addled mind in gear, nature lover. I guess it's like the last comment he sent where he's trying to badmouth me by calling me a nature lover. But this one here I really like. I don't think that's all that mean to call somebody a nature lover. In fact, that's kind of a new term because prior to the United States government's genocide against the North American peoples, everybody was a nature lover. They didn't even have a word for it because they didn't know you could be anything else. And I kind of like being a nature lover. But it does say get your drug-addled mind in gear. I don't know exactly what addled is. I wish I probably should have looked that up. But if it has anything to do with my mind being damaged by drugs, that's possible. Now, I've never used, stupid drugs like marijuana or cocaine or crack or whatever, and cigarettes, nicotine. I ain't never messed with any of that. However, when I got out of the military, I had been damaged. I had a bunch of ruptured discs and both my knees were destroyed. And so I went to the VA. The doctor at my physical, military discharge physical, gave me a paper, said, welcome to the VA. Said, bring this to the VA, they'll take care of you. You ain't got to worry about none of your problems. So as soon as I got out, I went to the VA, and as soon as I got in there, they told me I'd have to pay to get in. I didn't find out till years later. They're just a whole series of people that work at the VA, and their whole job is to make sure nobody signs up for it. But I fought them. I fought them for about 20 years, and finally got to go to the VA and applied for disability and asked them to work on my knees and back. And of course, they said they lost all my paperwork. So I brought my paperwork, and they said, well, that don't count. So anyways, they say we need you to see a doctor, and he'll determine if your knees can be fixed or whatever. And the doctor put me on drugs. I said, well, I really don't like taking drugs. He said, oh, these are just mild drugs. They won't harm you at all. And here's some more drugs. And over the course of the year, they got me to taking 23 pills a day, even though I was fighting it all the way. But I'm stupid because I still kind of put trust in the VA. Even though I had eyes, I should have seen what was going on. Finally got on Medicare. Said, the first thing I'm going to do is get me a civilian doctor. I walked into the doctor's office. He looked at my records. He said, if you want to live, don't go back to the VA and throw every one of them pills away they gave you. And that was it. Never took another pill again. However, for the next 3 days, I laid rolling on the floor, sweating, covered with every single piece of clothes and blanket I had, hallucinating, screaming. Terrible. I just don't know how they can get away with that, but I guess whoever's in power can do what they want. Said you need to get your mind in gear, nature lover, and realize that there are people who want to kill you and your family. Well, if you are referring to the million-man Al-Qaeda army in Iraq with weapons of mass destruction, I don't really think of them as a threat. Never did. I mean, I guess if you thought there was a threat to me and that's why you went over there and killed all them folks because there was a threat to me, thank you very much. But I've always felt that any army, million-man army, that depends on commercial transportation to launch a preemptive strike against their enemies is going to have one hell of a logistics problem. I mean, we're not talking about a first world nation. We're talking about people that's struggling to pay the bills. And I know it costs $1,000 a ticket for an airplane ride over here. And I know the first place they're going to land is Atlanta, and they ain't going to get but 1 or 2 planes in before, they can't get no more planes. And if they ever did make it all the way to here, which I'm pretty sure the police would be able to stop them, seeing as they don't allow weapons on commercial transportation, I got a .22 rifle. I could probably take out whatever one or two of them was to make it in my yard. Now, if they want to attack some government building or some banker's building or whatever, well, more power to them. I ain't got much use for them either. But anyway, oh, you do know they proved they don't have weapons of mass destruction, and they wasn't associated with Al-Qaeda, right? So really, they just had a million guys over there, and I don't think they were really planning on attacking us with their weapons. All right, let's see here. Oh, and as far as realizing that they got people that want to kill me, it says they want to kill my family for no other reason that you are you and not them. It's not being American or white or because you wear silly hats that my mama bought me. My mama bought me this hat. So there are simply evil people who want all the power. And we as a nation cannot allow that. You mentioned Hitler for one. Look, I mean, I talk country. It doesn't mean I'm ignorant. You think I don't know there's evil people in the world that want power? Shoot, the evil people get power. I've been around the world. I've been in 24 different countries. And everybody I've seen in every country look just like me, act like you. People everywhere are the same. So, you think I don't know? I mean, we got Donald Rumsfeld. You think I'm so stupid I don't know that Iraq got some kind of a Donald Rumsfeld? I think every country probably got somebody that's evil like that. Now, whether it's our right to take away their evil people but keep our own evil people, I don't understand that. Now, well. You have two choices, really. Choke on a pine cone here in the imperfect U.S. or go somewhere else and choke on some of their local flora. Well, you know that ain't gonna work. That's how they killed off the last little bit of Indians, you know. Had them all over here eating their local flora and fauna, and they knew how to just go out in a couple hours and get all the food they needed and share it with their families. So the U.S. rounded them up and took them to an internment camp on the other side of the country where none of the flora and fauna was the same. They couldn't figure it out and they starved to death. Is that what you're trying to do to me? Make me move so I starve to death like you starved them Indians to death? Oh well, I ain't got a whole lot more to say about this. That's a whole letter. Or whatever you call it, email. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Alright, this is Sustenance and Covering. I guess maybe you'll get another one of these from Slay Radio. I guess as long as it's cold, I'll keep responding. But when my joints warm up in the summer, I usually got too much to do to mess with this kind of stuff.